Okay, we're going to do this basically as a reverse unboxing, or a boxing, if you will. In a couple days, I'm going to receive a trade that I will have gotten for this entire box of games. Although for you, that'll be the end of this video, because that's the magic of video editing. So let's see what I'm giving away. I love how this is just a picture of a box. Let's see what I'm giving away in order to get the good stuff, huh? Animaniacs, which is a platformer for the Sega Genesis. This is a game I have not played. Truth be told, I'm not a fan of platformers. I do make an exception for the Disney games because I grew up with them. But this is not something I'm going to be missing. Nor is it necessarily worth all that much money by itself. We have Last Battle, which is, I guess, an arcade port. Which we all know the Genesis was pretty much the home of the arcade ports. So, again, I don't need that. Next up, Tasmania. Another cartoony platformer. Everyone talks about the Disney stuff, but were you aware that Warner Brothers had its own line of platformers? Now you do. Looks cute. Bye-bye cute platformer I don't need. Bonanza Brothers. This is a game that I'm only really familiar with because it is also available on pretty much anytime Sega does like one of their collections. They include Bonanza Brothers, so I guess it has to be good. It looks like it's doing sort of a Home Alone thing where you're kind of booby-trapping this building and stopping these bad guys from stealing stuff. Actually, that looks kind of cool. But I'm going to appreciate what I got in trade more than I will that. The Terminator. Oh, I like the neon in the backgrounds. That's cool screens. I'm guessing this is like a run and gun. Bye-bye cool run and gun. Slaughter Sport. This one was kind of expensive. Like, I don't know what's going on with this game, but I guess the price is kind of going up. I'll say this was like a $30 game. You have entered the blood pit to challenge those who represent death and dismemberment. That sounds pretty metal. Road Rash, which is a motorcycle racing game. I guess the title implies that maybe you can fall off your bike and get a nasty case of road rash. I think they made like 3 of these, but this is obviously the first one. Boogerman, a pick and flick adventure. Genesis was really capitalized on that whole, like, shocky, gross marketing. And this is about a superhero who belches farts and picks his nose. From Interplay, of all companies. There's also a copy of this on Super Nintendo. Maximum Carnage. I'm missing the manual on this, so that kind of hurts the value. But this is the red cart version. Let's try to do that. There we go. And the animation on this is fucking gorgeous. Like, if I were into more beat-em-ups, I would probably keep this just for the animation. In fact, I was kind of reluctant to let this one go, but I really wanted to bring down the price of the trade that I was doing. So my friend kind of wrestled that one away from me. That's okay, I know it's going to a good home. Altered Beast. I think we all know what Altered Beast is. I can't even get rid of Altered Beast. I still have a cart-only copy of it. But this is my box copy. Going bye-bye. Next we showed Tasmania. This is Taz Escape from Mars, the sequel. With Marvin the Martian. And we got some cool screens going on there. Some nice artwork. It looks like it's pulled from different settings from the cartoon show. Oh, there's that hairy monster. So where's the sneakers? I think that's Ferdinand the Bull, but he looks kind of scary there. We got Forgotten Worlds. I have no idea what this is, to be honest. Some nice screens on the back. The planet used to be beautiful, with gorgeous cities and gleaming countrysides, until the aliens attacked. With fire, bombs, and napalm, they devastated the world. They made the planet so abominable that it became an outcast in the universe. The Forgotten World. Survive the fiends and bizarre creatures of 7 different lands to face the King of Aliens, the War Tyrant. Can you reclaim its original name, Earth? Can you do it? I don't know. I won't be doing it, that's for sure. Double Dragon. Battletoads versus Double Dragon. This was probably the best game in the stack, which actually, this isn't even going towards the trade. The guy that I was working everything out with wanted this one for his personal collection. And he's a friend of mine. And even though he didn't have anything to send me for this specifically, I'm honestly just throwing it in the box, and then he can owe me something later. He's gonna keep an eye out. And last but not least, my complete in the box copy of Zelda with, wait for it, and if you can see right there, there's no like clips on the end of the cart. Like normally there'd be like the little plastic clips that hold it together. This one is missing them because it is the 5 screw variant, meaning there are 5 screws in the back. And you will see exactly what I'm getting for this and why I would give up something so precious to me. If you think this is a good shot, you should see what this camera looks like strapped to my head. Fuck me, buddy. Now, when I got home from the post office this afternoon, of course, this box was sitting there waiting for me. And I'll tell you right now, that is scary. So hopefully there's something really nice in here, and I'm hoping that didn't affect what I'm getting. From Hudson Soft, we have Mendel's Palace. This has some pretty cool artwork. Like bubbles and fish people. Some snotty looking kid wearing a beret. This is an interesting game. It's, although published by the Hudson Bee, this was developed by Game Freak, who you should know as the Pokemon Company. And is a weird, like, puzzle game? Like, you go into these dungeons and you have to flip these floor tiles, and it's just a really weird, bizarre game that I've wanted for a while, and although the box isn't in the best shape, I'm happy to get this and add it to my collection. I'd really like to try playing it. Next up, we have Gauntlet. If you've watched my video where I just show off my NES collection, I mentioned having Gauntlet 2 boxed. Well, now I have Gauntlet 1 boxed as well, and this is actually the Tenjin copy. It's unlicensed, it's got the black cart, and so that's pretty cool. And it's in decent shape. Like, I'm happy with this box. King's Knight. Now this is severely damaged. Like there's, I'm not sure what happened to it, but there's paint missing from the box itself, which is a real shame, but you know, it's not like RPGs. I'm pickier on condition. This game I really just wanted for myself. So it's cool to have the box, and it'll look okay on the shelf. Like the sides, you know, they kind of look fine. I might try to upgrade this. King's Knight is an interesting game. It's made by Square. It looks like an RPG, but it's really a shooter with kind of a RPG fantasy skin. Hey kitty. Alright, now we start getting to the pretty games. This is A Boy and His Blob, which is kind of a point and click adventure platformer. So think in the vein of Out of This World or Blackthorn. And you're basically this boy who's befriended a blob. Help the blob save his planet from the evil emperor. Feed the blob a jelly bean and watch him change. So yeah, you literally feed your little blob friend jelly beans and he turns into different objects that you use to kind of solve the puzzles in advance. Search for hidden treasure in the caverns beneath the city. Can you save Bloblonia? I don't know, but I'd sure like to try. Vester's Quest. Now, Vester's Quest is a game I already had. It's a game that a lot of people can't stand, but I love it. Like, this was one of my childhood games, and I have a lot of fond memories of playing this, and it was just so bizarre. Uncle Fester saving the world from aliens, and then you kind of run into the Addams Family crew. There's Lurch, Thing, and you walk around the neighborhood and you knock on the houses, and the Addams Family people like give you objects, and then you have to fight aliens with like these guns, and as you pick up power-ups, your guns keep changing on you, and then finally you end up in like a first-person dungeon to go fight bosses. It's just a really cool adventure game, and this is an upgrade for me. Like, this is a really clean, nice copy. And I've opened this up already, and inside it's got the poster, the cartridge is, like, looks brand new, the manual is crisp. Like, this is just a really sexy copy of Fester's. Look, he's sexy. He wants to give you a kiss. Oh. Revengers of Vengeance. Now, I have a video that's my 5 most wanted games, and it's just full of obscure oddities. And wouldn't you know it, that rhino dude, Revengers of Vengeance is on that list. Because this game looks so fucking weird, and the title is so fucking stupid. Basically, it is a part RPG, part 2D fighter, part shooter. Now, there's no shooter screenshots on the back, but when you fight the bosses, it's a shooter. 3 ways to play, including a detailed fantasy role-playing mode. Revengers of Vengeance erupts onto your screen with heart-stopping, limb-tearing, fist-throwing, hand-to-hand combat action, and pulls you, kicking and screaming for mercy, into a fantastic and violent world. You will be absorbed by the 10 tragic and inspiring tales of reluctant heroes battling the evil devil king Venom. Oh, I don't want to be absorbed. Sounds kind of violent. And of course, we've got the manual's looking good. We got the foam. Gotta have foam. CD's looking sexy and shiny. Try to see if that's a picture of on there. I think it's the rhino dude. Oh, and there's me. Wearing my DuckTales shirt. And a cat ass. Thank you, kitty. Okay. So that looks good. Really, really happy with that. I'm excited to set that up and tear into it. Okay, now for the piece de resistance. Oh my god. A Legend of Zelda. You never would have thought I'd trade my complete Legend of Zelda for another Legend of Zelda? That's alright. Condition upgrades, baby. And this is a really just very nice copy. It's got a little bit of corner damage there. Got a little bit of a divot right there. Here, we need to sit down, brace ourselves. Okay. Alright, so we got our cartridge, which is also quite shiny and clean. And what is that? Another 5-screw variant? So yeah, that's why I was swapping my 5-screw. I specifically picked out my 5-screw cart, and I kept my 3-screw that used to be in that box. So, I know, piecemealing, it's awful. Shouldn't do it, but I did. That's a really nice instruction booklet, and that's actually in better condition than mine was. Just barely. Like, mine was pretty nice. Let's see what the book has to offer us. There we go. There's Link comforting Impa. There we go. Link is outfitting himself with some tools. Link embarking on his adventure. Link meets a fairy. Oh. Link stands before a dungeon. Oh, Link battles a monster. The big scary eyeball. That's a great action shot of Link throwing his boomerang and hitting some bats. These bats were dicks. Dick bats. It's a great shot of Link getting thrown out of a bar. Link solving a puzzle while he gets snuck up upon by some monster. And here's a great drawing of the back of, like, someone's calf. Like, that's an amazing composition. Link showing the Triforce to Ganon. Alright, that was the end of the full illustrations, but there's a lot of these like little cartoons in here that are really cute. And I'm not going to show them all, but some really cute little drawings. Back in the day when graphics were so bad, somebody had to illustrate all the items in the game for you, just show you what they actually are supposed to look like. Stop right there! Like Link's a little badass. He's gonna show you what's up, little dead butthole monster. I'm really not sure what that's supposed to be, but Link beat the shit out of him. We also have our map, which really isn't in any better or worse shape than the map I sent out. So it's like the sticker used to hold the map together, and obviously at some point somebody broke it. And we got the map. Big old map. Lots of stuff to see. Okay, so that's everything that I got out of the trade. Depending on your gaming taste, you might say that Jason did better, or if you're like me, you'd feel confident knowing that you got the better end of the deal. But you can't deny that there's some good gaming here. Obviously, the two exciting bits are the really clean Zelda and the Revengers of Vengeance. Like, just Sega CD games in this condition are a really nice find. And this looks like a pretty cool, weird game. So yeah, that's everything. Let's say thank you to my lovely assistant Hannibal. Hello, honey. Hello. Oh, ow! My assistant's an asshole. No. Bad kitty. Bad kitty. No, away from the games, kitty. No, go away. Oh. Alright. So yeah, thank you for checking out my video. And, ow, you bit me.